Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Exotic Podcast. We are on episode 9 today with yours truly, the host, Exotic Mr. Panda, and with us today, our co-host, as usual, Caleb, as we all know, but he likes to call himself Flashback.
Find it hilarious. And you're also tuned into the only show on the planet that has absolutely no publishing schedule whatsoever.
Exactly.
It's whenever we feel like it comes out.
It really, yeah. So
this episode's being recorded on March 24th. So if it comes out in like mid-April, you'll know why.
No, it's gonna come. It's gonna come out today. But anyways, yeah. So what happened the last couple of weeks was we did record a previous episode 9, but it's kind of outdated now, so there's kind of no, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. And then last week we were supposed to record, but my body was like, about that, homie, and I was just out all day, and I was waking up at like 9 at night. I was like, I should check my phone. Oh shit, it's nighttime. Caleb. This motherfucker like messaged and called me so many times. Like, of course that's expected from Caleb. It's a classic Caleb thing. But yeah, nonetheless, I woke up. I was like, this motherfucker. He's fucking fired. I'm done.
Okay, so here's the thing. This has happened on multiple occasions where I've had to call him just to make sure he's out of bed for our stream. Like the Exotic Brotherhood podcast, he was asleep. It was 15 minutes past when we were supposed to start shooting, and I called him, and he's out of bed, and he goes, what? And I'm like, bro, we're supposed to be live. And he goes, oh, give me a minute. So I just assumed it was one of those situations, and I wake up early. I don't think you guys understand that. I close at work, and he works the night shift, so our schedules are really fucking weird. So I'd wake up early just to start recording, and he's fast asleep. And then he gets all pissy with me when I tried to get him on air.
Yep.
I was thinking about the fans. The fans want our show.
Yeah, no, there's been people asking, like, when's the next episode of the Exotic Podcast going to come out? And I'm like, soon, my child, soon. And real quick, speaking of children, I don't recommend. So, what was it? Me and Caleb were in a call yesterday, right? And
discussing business, and
my girlfriend went to town, and this kid was supposed to be chilling with his grandmama, and so he didn't want to spend time with grandmama anymore. So he came and started banging on the door. He's like, let me in. I'm like, nah, homie, chill out. And then, so he eventually slides this piece of paper under the door, right? And I thought nothing of it, because he said, I wrote you a note. And I thought it was just going to be a bunch of scribbles. No, he went to grandmama and told her to write something. I present to you this paper. Okay, well, I disappeared. As you can tell, it says, love never breaks. And then there's a heart. And then right under it, there's a broken heart. I'm in solemn confusion. Caleb, please. Why? Just why?
Why what? Your note or my cat?
Everything.
God said, let there be light, and it was all downhill from there.
Well, that was his worst mistake yet. Like, on God. Oh, man. I want to discuss my PC troubles real quick.
Oh, yeah. Let's just talk about all of last week, because all of last week was just an
absolute the last couple of weeks have been just horrible. Let's just recap the last couple of weeks. So, I filmed the Exotic month of March. I didn't upload daily, and there's no way I'm going to be uploading more than at least 60 videos this month, so I'll go fuck myself in the ass for this month. So I failed though. And Caleb, you still need to come up with 2 challenges for me, by the way, since I failed those.
I'm getting there. All right.
But we did become monetized. The goal for that was just to be able to apply for monetization, but I actually am monetized now, so that's cool. And then we also hit 2,000 subscribers. We're actually almost to 3,000 subscribers, because, y'all are just like, nice stuff, man. All right, deuces. So
I don't know how 3,000 people think we're entertaining. I
Well-
can barely keep a entire McDonald's entertained, let alone 3,000 people.
Well, it all starts with a skinny man and a fat ass. The best duo online.
Just remember, Tim, all your friends are fat asses.
Anyways, yeah, so I filled the exotic month of March, and then
You failed last week's stream by not showing up, period.
and then a couple of weeks ago as well, I went to go turn on my PC so I can make the disappointing video of, hey guys, I failed the exotic month of March. I'm gonna suck my own dick now. That's about it. See ya. And so I go to turn on my PC. Nothing. Like, what the fuck? I check the power cord and make sure everything's plugged in, make sure, I'm just making sure everything's plugged in, all plugged in. Nothing. I'm like, God fucking damn it. And, took some looks at it, unplugged everything, actually, took off the case and stuff. I'm just staring at it like, yeah, no, it seems to be, all connected and everything. So, I put the cover back on, plug everything back in. Nothing. So I hit my old buddy Caleb over here. I'm like, yeah, broski PC died. RIP. He's like, on God, RIP for real. Let me go bury a casket for it. I was like, wait, before you do that, can you give it a look-see, make sure you can use your technology genius. He was like, I bet G. And then he looked at it, he spazzed it up. And so now I have it.
This is wrong.
And
this is false.
This is not. Let me say my story. Anyways, so he was like, I bet finna catch that boy. I was like, I bet. So he gets it, he resurrects it, he does some voodoo magic on it and shit like that, he gives it a nice kiss, a nice hug, gives it a bedtime story, feeds it milk and cookies, like a good PC father does. And so he gives it back to me, right? And it turns on fine for a few days, and then a couple days ago, it's now wanting to do this thing where it turns off here and there by itself. So once you first boot it up from a cold start, it'll turn off a good few times in a row. Turn it on, sign in, everything will start up, and then you start to do something, and then it'll turn off right away, and then turn back on, and then you have to redo that all again, and then you get a little bit further, and then do the same thing right again, and then it'll take another 20 or 30 minutes, and then it'll do the same thing again.
Okay, for all the audience, he's telling the story partially false. Tim wanted to entirely just get rid of his computer and start new without. He said his motherboard was dead, and so
that's what I was looking up online.
Stop! I'll take a look at it. Don't worry about it. I'll look at it. A couple of funny things. One, this man told me that when he Googled it, you should change your motherboard every 5 to 6 months. Every 5.
Anyways, this wraps it up for today's podcast.
Let's also talk about how the last couple weeks were literal bullshit. Let's see. I just got off a 17-day work streak of working every single day. Literally wanted to shoot myself at multiple points. Been trying to cruise through college, and that's almost impossible when you work this many hours. My laptop died because I spilled Monster on it, so it's in pieces in the corner over here getting fixed, potentially, maybe. Oh, that computer's so busted, it needs a lot of work. What else has happened? My car's heater died and then randomly started to work again after I already spent $60 trying to figure out how to fix it.
So is this a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I guess you lost $60 for no reason, so I guess that's a bit of a bad thing. But at least the heater's back on kicking.
Alright, so let me tell you the really fun story. So I was leaving work one night with my buddy Jeremy, right? He's not really my buddy, but it's like a lost puppy. You kind of feel just bad.
Yeah, he needed a ride. He runs from and to work, by the way.
So he needed help, and I was like, alright, cool, I'll give you a ride back to your place. And we get in my car, right? No heater, nothing. I'm like, well, shit. Well, now I ain't got no heat in the middle of 30-degree weather. So now I have to hold my windows down just so that my windshield doesn't fog up so I don't crash on the road. So I'm freezing every time I go home now. And like a few days later, I stopped at the O'Reilly's that's right next to my work. And, you know, I buy some little tools, I test everything out, and I'm like, well, it should be working, and it isn't, so it just must be the blower motor. And they were like, oh yeah, we got those in stock, you want to buy one? And I was like, I don't think so. So I had left it unplugged from testing. I left the motor unplugged, and the next day I was about to go to work, and I was like, you know, I better plug this back in just to, you know, get this loose cord out of my way. And I did, and it started to work. It worked just fine. Don't know why. Can't explain it. Literally don't know what happened. I just kind of accepted it and rolled with it and moved on with my life. But
yeah, I mean, at least it's still working. At least it started to work again, so that's good.
Yeah, thank Jesus. So, you know, the last couple of weeks have been literal dog water. Like, heck, we haven't even had, like, a Minecraft stream in over 2 weeks because we've been so busy.
Yeah, the thing about streams, though, I don't know if I want to stream with this PC. I think I might wait until I get a new PC. I mean, yeah, I could still just stream off the PS5 itself, but, you know.
Remember, Tim, the PS5 has Discord now.
Yeah, I gotta figure all that out, too.
So then we could just stream off the PS5.
Yeah. But
yeah, we'll work on it, guys. Just trust us. We're dealing with a lot of technical difficulties at the moment. Like, heck, even my home PC's been acting up. Every time I've tried to boot it from cold boot, it takes 10 minutes to boot. Don't know why.
I mean, that could be that could also just because you have a lot of stuff on there. I know you have a lot of mods and
even that
games.
It's something weird. It's something weird with Windows. I gotta look into it. I've been doing a lot of startup work, but nope. So we've been trying, guys. Trust us. Life sucks right about now.
Let me tell you about work. Like, yeah, I know you want to complain about work, but let me complain about work. Like, these last couple of weeks, oh my god. Yesterday night is what I specifically want to talk about. Thursday night.
I saw your Snapchat.
I go in, right? I have a foot by a foot and a half worth of space in this pretty big freezer. Okay, it's big. It holds a lot of meat back there. Oh my god, there was 18 pallets. 11 pallets were just normal, regular pallets with your basic wall stuff like the Lunchable, salami, ham, you know, then you got all your sausages, cooked, smoked sausages, the breakfast sausages, bacon, right? Chicken, ground beef, and then there's 7 fucking pallets of the same goddamn ham, and they are up to here. Grant, I am 6 foot even, so up to here, this is like 5 feet tall of ham. 7 pallets of this, by the way. It was atrocious. It was bad. It was god awful. It was horrible. Oh man. Oh, and what's even better? What really makes me jiggle my balls a lot? You know what makes me really helicopter my way up to the heavens above and like give God himself a fucking blowjob? You know what really just makes me happy is that I always work alone. I work alone. There's nobody else in the meat department at night but me. So dealing with that was even so much better.
So what you're saying is you are the meat master.
I am the meat master. Like, if you need some work on some meat, I am the guy. Like, I'll cook your meat. I'll make your meat wet. Anyways, that day really broke me. I'm going through like my choker phase and everything. Like, this is just horrible. Real quick, I want to do a quick ad. This channel now has memberships, and you can join the memberships for as low as $2.99 a month, and you get a lot of stuff, including that $2.99 a month, from different badges, emotes, to access to different things. And there's also a $6.99 a month, which gets you more stuff, more exclusive content, more exclusive posts, videos just for you guys only, And then there's the $24.99 a month, which gets you a bunch of stuff for good price. I highly recommend you guys check it out. And like I said, it's as low as $2.99 a month, and it doesn't hurt. It won't hurt your pockets one bit. That is the end of that ad break. Caleb, did you want to continue with your story, or were you done talking about that story, or what?
I don't even remember what I was talking about, but it's more than likely just complaining about how bullshit the last couple weeks have been.
Yeah.
And thank Jesus it's spring break and I got the next couple days off. So we're going to try and do a stream on Tim's PS5, but we have a lot of technical details to work out on that one. So maybe, maybe not. Maybe you guys will see it. Maybe you won't. Nobody knows.
Yeah, worst case scenario, a couple of weeks, I'll have a new PC, hopefully. And
hopefully.
Everything will be Gucci gang by then.
Oh, boy. All right.
So, real quick, have you looked into the Moist, Critical, and Sneeko drama at all?
I don't deal with bullshit internet drama because it's dumb, stupid, and everyone just sucks with it. So I don't pay attention to it.
Oh man, but this one is something you need to look into because this is just great. So let's see. Sneeko was a cuck, right? Sneeko is just a giant cuck. Okay. He was calling out Moist Critical for some stupid reason, and then Moist Critical a few months ago made like a response to whatever he was saying and just completely kind of called him out. Called him a cock. Sneeko support. He likes the movie Cuties. If you don't know what that is, that's a good thing. If not, anyways, so Sneeko likes that, and he was just Moist Critical was just like spanking Sneeko on the ass in this video a few months ago, and ever since then Sneeko has been very salty. And a couple of weeks ago Sneeko was just making a bunch of tweets, like he has like this picture he made of just a bunch of people that has called him out, that bullies him. He's like his wall of like shame or something, and Moist Critical was just sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and he was going on Twitter and he was like, this stupid motherfucker. And so he just started going at Sneeko, and now we're up to this moment. Sneeko, Moist Critical made another response video to Sneeko because just the shit Sneeko's been doing, and oh man, Sneeko was just done, finished, extinct, honestly. Like, man, Sneeko, there was a clip from one of Sneeko's streams, and he was waving around his gun. He was like, oh, you want to see my clips? You want to see my clips? And he was saying, you want to see my clips because Moist Critical was saying that the only way to watch Sneeko was through his clips because Sneeko was saying a lot of slurs and all that. So that's what he was referring to, clips. And then Moist Critical, the gunman himself, he corrected Sneeko because he was calling them clips, but when they're mags, and Moist Critical just pulls out this nice pistol, and then he pulls out this nice AR-looking thing. It was like, oh yeah, like if Sneeko tried to pull up, he just pop, fucking extinct. It's some good stuff. I just want to talk about it. You know, it's in a little bit of heat, and that also makes me want to say that I'm going to be making a new video here soon. I just finished a script for it. It's talking about like drama on YouTube and how all that starts. Yes, I'm going to start scripting some of my videos. Try to see how it goes.
Right? It's amazing that none of this has been scripted so far. We're literally just this stupid.
Caleb, is there anything you want to talk about?
Dude, I've been working so much the last couple weeks. It's hard to keep what the hell's been going on.
If you don't have any topics, that's fine. I got lots of stuff I could just randomly talk about if you really got nothing.
I got one thing. Our local theater's got more parts added to her. The local movie joint's gonna be popping once she's all finished. Here, I'll bring up.
Don't share your screen. Just kind of explain it.
Why? It's a single image on a Google tab.
Okay, well, how about you just send me the image and I'll just insert it.
No. Why? It's not like I'm sharing my audio. I know how to share this bullshit.
Okay, fine, share your IP address too while you're at it, and your credit card information, and where you live, and your social security number, and your mom's date of birth, and your stepmom's date of birth, and your dad's date of birth, and your sister's date of birth, and your sister's date of birth, and your other sister's date of birth, and your grandma's date of birth, and your grandpa's date of birth, and your cousin's date of birth, and your other cousin's date of birth, and your other cousin's that you fucked date of birth.
So as you can see, she's finally got her doors put in. So we got doors, and they appear to be working on the inside, putting up drywall. So hopefully, within a couple months, we'll actually have a functioning movie theater. So I just wanted to let the people know, for those people in the area of Alpena, that we are getting a movie theater, and she is going along pretty nicely. So, just want to let the good people know.
Nice. Yeah, it's about time we finally have another movie theater in this town. So it's been a while. Just, something to do. It's not like my go-to thing. I'm not over there sitting there in bed just like scratching my leg like, I gotta go to a movie theater. I gotta see the new movie theater. I gotta see the new Marvel movie theaters. But
I want to go see the new Indiana Jones movie that's coming out.
Oh, they're coming out with an Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah, I'm not entirely set on it, but you never quite know.
I don't want to even look into it.
You gotta have a new movie for the next Ghostbusters movie. Because that one's looking respectfully on God like a good movie.
Yeah, a lot of movies they try to bring back that were big in the 90s and all that, they just do horrible with. Like, in my opinion, when the new Jumanji movies, they're just not good. They're really not.
I thought let's see, there's 3 Jumanji movies now. The original one, lit, awesome, cool. The second one I thought was, it was alright, but I definitely feel like they had an idea going, and it was just kind of... It was like they went halfway with the idea, and they didn't really fully embrace the idea, and then this last one was literally just a cash grab. 100%. There was no reason.
The 2 new Jumanji movies are just dog shit, in my opinion. I don't like them much. I mean, yeah, they have their funny parts, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at the actors in it. Obviously, there's going to be some aha moments, but overall, they just really weren't good movies.
In stark contrast, something like Ghostbusters Afterlife, where they brought Ghostbusters back, dude, that shit was lit.
The Ghostbusters is a different story because the newer Ghostbuster movies haven't been bad. They're pretty decent to watch.
Yeah, dude, I loved Afterlife, dude.
Especially Afterlife.
Literally balling.
Afterlife.
I got a full-scale proton pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife because I loved that movie so much.
Yep, he dressed up as a Ghostbuster a couple of times for Halloween the last couple of years. Back when I was little, so did my dad. He had the entire outfit, he had a proton pack and everything.
Man, he just wish he didn't bust you out. Whoa. Alright, what other movie franchises have been rebooted that we all collectively hate? I'm not even gonna touch Star Wars, as I've never actually watched Star Wars.
I watched Star Wars. I like Star Wars. Some of the newer movies are okay. Most of them aren't. And it also depends on which era of newer movies. So you're talking like the early 2000s. Those are, I think, the little Clone Wars saga, 1, 2, and 3. We got Darth Maul, General Grievous. I think those are pretty good movies. Obviously, the originals 4, 5, 6. Emperor Strikes Back, fucking Gru's New Groove, whatever the other one was. Obviously, the originals are good, classic pieces of art. And then the newer ones with Rey, Kylo Ren. I don't know. It's like what I was saying with. Like I was just saying with Jumanji. Like it has its moments. There's good moments. There's good battle scenes. You know, there's a lot of cool droids and different species and weapons in these Star Wars movies. But overall, they're just not that great. They're not bad, but they're not great by any means, in my opinion. This is, by the way, these are our opinions. All right. These aren't like factual facts from Rotten Tomato themselves, okay? These are just our stupid opinions.
You give me everything I say is 100%
fact,
okay, man. Everything.
Caleb is canceled on Twitter. He was stating his opinions, which were clearly opinions, as factual evidence!
You know, I don't even think I have a Twitter account, or if I do, it's so outdated that I don't even think I've posted anything on Twitter once.
I do have a Twitter account, but I never like promote anything because I don't like Twitter. I never go on it, so what's the point? If you want to follow any of my social media, there's Instagram. Like I don't like that.
Go to Tim's Twitter account and get him canceled. Let's see if we can get Tim canceled.
Let's speed run me getting canceled. Let's say a fancy word we all know and love. No, that does what I want to talk about. A podcast Linus Tech himself did a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you've seen this, but he was talking about how it didn't seem like too long ago how like some things that are bad to joke about now were joked about then, like being gay and all that. And then he started talking about the usage of the hard R. Now, usually the normal person when saying the hard R is talking about the N-word with the hard R, you know, referring to a certain race of people. But, he kept on saying, like, oh, I said the hard R all the time when I was a little kid. And, like, his buddy that he had on the podcast was like, oh, my God, dude, shut the fuck up. And, like, everybody was in shock. And Linus Tech was like, wow, what's going on? Like, the hard R, he was talking about retard.
I assumed so. Linus seems like a really cool guy, but have you actually seen what's happened, like, just yesterday?
What?
Dude, their whole channel got hacked. The whole thing got taken
yeah,
down.
I seen that their Twitter also got hacked too. It became a Tesla like promo.
Yeah, Elon Musk Bitcoin scammers.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was so... Because, okay, so it was like last night, it's like 11 o'clock, and I checked my phone, and I'm scrolling through YouTube recommendation videos, and someone's like, Linus Tech Tips got hacked, and I'm like, what? I'm sub guys, what the heck's going on? So I go look on their YouTube channel, right? And this was after it got unbranded as that Tesla thing, the Elon Musk scams. But what was even funnier is that, so the way YouTube works is that when like a channel gets deleted, they save everything. So even if a video is deleted on our end, they save that shit. So when they re-uploaded every single Linus Tech Tips video, they uploaded every single non-meant-to-be uploaded video they've ever had. I'm scrolling through like 200 plus videos of like ancient, like back when Linus was like in NCIX videos from back in those days, and just like test recordings off of like random episodes of their shows, and like do not use versions of like modern episodes for some reason. And it was just absolutely hilarious to go through, because I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, man, they really save everything, don't they?
Man, that's great. Yeah, no, YouTube really does save everything. For the most part. Back in the older days of YouTube, when it first was getting started, actually, a fun fact, YouTube wasn't known as YouTube when it first started. Actually, when it first was a thing, it started out as a dating app. It was meant for dating. And then it switched owners, everything got switched around, and then it became a content video platform. So I always think that's neat. Like, that's something you never expect, you know? Like, how would YouTube look as a dating site, you know? That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we want to answer that one.
I mean, horrible, obviously. I've seen it. It's horrible. But anyways, it looks like those sex scam sites, like you'll click on and it's just kind of like that. It's bad. But yeah. Linus Tech guys. And you know what the funny thing is? That this isn't their first time they've been hacked. They've been hacked previous times in the past. Like a good 2 or 3 times. But I have a rant. So there I was laying down in the morning of yesterday. Just got home from work. My girlfriend looking at me, harassing me, beating me up, abusing me like she always does. She doesn't abuse me. It's just a joke, guys. Please don't call 911. I really don't need help. But anyways, so, we're just messing around, and she was like, so I'm going to shave you. And I'm like, what do you mean? And so she doesn't like my side. She thinks it's too bushy. And I'm like, bro, I'm bringing back that Abraham Lincoln 1800s look.
Yeah, you look like a settler that got shot at the Gettysburg Address.
Quite simply, all honestly, like, on God, for real, good. What if that's my goal in life? You ever thought about that? You ever just sat there and actually wondered, like, I wonder what exotic Mr. Panda's goals are in life. You ever just sit there, with your cigar pipe in your mouth, just with your old philosophy book, like, so, what are the plans of exotic Mr. Panda? He wants to become an 1800 sailor, living in the United States. A congressman under Abraham Lincoln. With a fucking gay bitch. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. Caleb, what are we doing with our life?
Wasting it away, making
so YouTube be warned, me and Caleb might be hanging out for a day today with a couple of buddies. So if there so happens that we record a couple of shorts of us doing stupid stuff, and you just see some just questionable things, please don't question it.
Okay. Do we want to do something a little different? Do we want to shake things up a little bit?
What you thinking about?
I'm thinking about. I think we do a tier list.
A tier list on what?
I don't know. Do you want to do a classic Fallout tier list?
I don't want to do a video game tier list.
Fine. What kind of tier list do you want to do?
If you want to do a tier list, what's something we both have an actual great expertise in? McDonald's food.
Yes, we both made the little shit food from there.
And I've even had the new chicken bacon burger ranch thing. Chicken ranch bacon. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, you know what? That's perfectly fine by me. All right. I got the chart pulled up here. So okay. Wait, hold. Do we rank this on basis of like how we qualify as tasty, or do we qualify it as how bullshit it is to cook? Or do we do two separate ones and we just do them one after the other?
Both. We'll do a mixture of both.
All right. Let me pull this up. All right. Here we go. So this mostly just seems to contain lunch foods. So, all right, we'll start at the beginning of this. We got the what appears to be a McGriddle. So we'll do the food taste, like how tasty they are.
McGriddle isn't too bad. I do like the sausage McGriddle. Add cheese, add bacon on it. It all goes together well. The syrup in the bread really goes good with the sausage. Yeah, this looks like this is a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. It overall good. It's not a bad thing.
I can agree, Sam. The griddles, they're really nice and juicy. They, surprisingly, for as long as I've worked there, you can keep McGriddles up for a really long time without them getting super gross because of how much syrup's in them. They stay moisturized for a really long time.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm gonna say this is a solid B tier. It's not.
Well, we also have to go into the making of it. We're doing this based on both.
Oh, we're doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
So the grill's pretty easy to assemble.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to make. The only
bullshit part is the actual grills themselves. You have to cook them in a specific way, and you have to stack them in a specific way. Which is just annoying after a certain point.
Yeah,
so I think that knocks it to B tier.
And also in a rush during breakfast, if you don't have like 70 trays of McRib in the oven, as soon as somebody says, they like chop your head off.
Pretty much. All right. Next on the item, we got the Big Breakfast, which automatic D tier for the amount of bullshit it takes to make one of these. Because you're always out of something. You're out of hotcakes always. You're either out of scrambled always. You're either waiting on sausage or biscuits, or you're always waiting on something for a big breakfast. You never have everything in one place.
Not only that, but I would also put it down to F tier because it also doesn't taste that great. I don't care for the pancakes. I don't like McDonald's breakfast biscuits because half the time when you get them, they're just a rock. Like, there's only a good moment when they're actually good, and it's when they're first off of the oven and you overdose them in butter. So honestly, hotcakes, F tier for me.
I'm only gonna put it in D tier because I feel like it's a really good value for the amount of food that you get that early in the morning. And I have a bit of a soft spot for the McDonald's hotcakes, but I understand where you're coming from. Definitely a low tier food item. All right, let's go through the breakfast stuff, and then we'll go through the lunch stuff. So we have the burritos. I've never eaten a single one of these, but considering every one of them is microwaved, I'm considering them very low on the list.
Yeah, they are a nice F tier.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know, but all of our burritos are microwaved. They're made days before, and they're in a fridge, and we all microwave them for you. And also, every time you think you're getting a nice hot burrito, it's literally just microwave.
Yeah, and when I ate them a few times, and bad experiences every time. First of all, they made my stomach super horrible, just upsetty spaghetti, my poor little tomato. They also don't microwave all the time. So like there'll be like a cold egg, and I'm like, all right, this shit's coming into the fucking trash right now.
Yeah, our queuing ovens are industrial microwaves. They're not regular microwaves. So if you don't position them right, then the middles will be just frozen basically. So definitely consider an F tier.
Yeah. Hash brown looks like it's next.
I'm going to consider
S tier. S tier. S tier. S tier.
Okay. It depends. Like, if they come fresh out of the fryer and they're like super hot and crispy, and you get a little bit of ketchup on there, man, those things are bomb. But like, depending on how long they're sitting up, they... Okay. Do you want to explain yourself on that one, Tim?
They good. I like potatoes. They good. They Gucci. They crispy. They crunchy. They tasty in my belly. They make me do a jiggle. They make my ass cheeks cleep.
All right. So we have the world famous Big Mac. Now, I've never had a Big Mac before.
I've never had a Big Mac either. I am too scared to try the Mac sauce. Nothing seems appealing to the Mac sauce.
Since neither of us have seemingly tried this, we'll put it in the mid ground of the C tier.
No, I wouldn't even put it on the board. I wouldn't even put it on the board.
All right. Since neither of us have tried it, Crispies,
good. I like the crispy chicken.
I've never had like a crispy sandwich, but I've eaten the crispy patties, and those are pretty good. So I'm gonna consider it B tier.
Yeah,
just for the bullshit that has to go through with the butter, because depending on the time of day, you'll either have A, no butter, B, it'll be freaking solid, and you'll have to melt it in the thing we used to hold all of our trays of meat. We just
or
the butter in there.
B, you'll squeeze, it'll explode everywhere.
That's happened on more than one occasion.
Yes, it has. It's happened to me a few times. It was horrible. Committed a couple of war crimes. No biggie.
All right. So next up, we got I believe that's
cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger.
I'll give it an A tier.
Definitely an A tier. I think what keeps it from S tier is it's just
it's just a generic cheeseburger. There's nothing fancy with it. There's meat patty, cheese, some condiments, a couple other things. A regular basic cheeseburger. There's nothing special about it. It's a good cheeseburger.
No, I could definitely agree. You know, it is the baseline for almost all the food there. One thing that I've never quite particularly agreed with McDonald's standards is that one pickle goes on a cheeseburger. To me, your base should always be 2.
Yeah.
Just to cover the whole patty, because if you don't, then the one measly pickle sits in the middle, and every time you take a bite, you're basically
you're just not getting an even duration of pickle at all. Just having it at one. Exactly. It could be on this side, it could be this side, it could be straight in the middle, which you're pretty much getting no pickle except for one bite. I'm not a big fan of pickle, but I know you love pickles. I know people that love pickles, and that's a big complaint a lot of people make, and I can completely understand that. Like, yeah, one pickle, not enough. I do agree that there should be at least 2 pickles, one on each side, because it's like that with a McDouble.
Yeah. So next we got a fillet of fish. Now I've never.
F for fillet. F for fillet. F for fillet.
Have you ever actually tried a fillet?
Disgusting, dude. Horrible, hideous, anus. I would rather lick my own toes that have been in mud, sweat, sand, glass, blood, tears, ass. Alright? Than eat a fucking fish fillet. Fuck the bloop fillets. Fuck the McFishes. On God, getting canceled on Twitter ASAP. No, Rocky, that's what's up. Get at it. What's the next sandwich?
Well, okay, now hold up, Tim. I have to share my side of the McFishy. So, for one, they're bullshit to cook because for some reason you have to have a specialized basket to put the fish in. And half the time,
specialized basket, specialized fryer vat, specialized tongs,
trays.
Yep.
Everything. It's just because, there's food safety and whatnot.
You have to change gloves. You got to switch gloves each time you mess with fish for allergy reasons.
It just gets really annoying after a while when you're in the middle of a big rush and someone orders a fish and you grab it with your hand without hesitation because, you're trying to get through this big, huge rush. You don't realize it. And you're like, well, shit, now I got to go walk over there, change my gloves, put new gloves on. And
half the time we really don't. But we don't talk about that.
So overall, to me, the fish fillet is bullshit to cook. The bun is annoying because it goes in the little steamer, and half the time it gets stuck if you position it wrong, and then you have to get tongs and fish your bun out of there because it's so poorly made.
Oh yeah, fish my buns.
I had to.
Tim, I'm calling our lawyers. All right, so.
Who, the fucking dinner boys?
Yes. So, also along with the fish, the actual, only old people seem to order fish.
Seriously, though.
When fish gets out, it's just fish.
Oh, goddamn it, I gotta give me a fucking McFishy in my belly. Can't digest any goddamn thing except for this fucking Chernobyl masterpiece.
Also, what is bullshit is, this is Lent this month. So every single Friday, it's constant, we're putting fish down every 5 minutes just to keep up with the amount of orders we keep getting, and it's just annoying. So fish fillet, definitely F tier. All right, we have the world famous fries, S tier.
S tier, yep. Like I said, potato, crispy, salty, yummy in my belly, good in my ass. Next.
Definitely. And some of these fries, depending on how long they're up, are really good. You leave them up for a couple minutes and they sear in the heaters.
Yeah, there's a right medium of time that they have to be up for them to be at their magnificency and perfection. It can't be too long, but it also cannot be right away.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we have the nuggets.
I'll give those a nice age here.
Definitely.
I am a big chicken nugget guy. I like my chicken with the crispy skin, right? And McDonald's, even though people say it's fake, whether it's fake or not, I don't care. It tastes pretty good. So what if I get stage 4 ball cancer? I'll live without it, without balls.
I think you already lived without balls.
Okay, cut. Everybody, goodbye, guys. Fuck, the FBI's going to be after me.
All right, so I definitely think the McChickens are perfect, at least to a fault. They could be really annoying to put down sometimes if they're all frozen together because you have to break them apart. And after a certain amount of time, they literally just become rock hard and become gross. So definitely an A tier. I think if they could solve it so that the crusts on these didn't immediately become rock hard after 20 minutes, then it would be an S tier.
And what was even better was the spicy chicken nuggets. We need to bring those back.
No.
That's it. You fired. We're done. All right, we are done.
You know how bullshit it is to cook the crispies. The spicy food sucks when you have to try and cook it in between your other orders.
Food is amazing. I cannot believe you are saying this stuff into my ears. Saying this right into my eyes right now.
Good. The McDonald's shit was just hot. Like, it wasn't spicy.
All right, what's the next sandwich? That looks like a quarter pounder.
Quarter pounder. So I think quarter and double quarter should go in the same tier.
Yeah,
because they're so
B tier.
Yeah, because the quarter meat has to be cooked. Like, the quarter meat always has to be cooked to order, so it becomes really annoying when you run across the kitchen, open the drawer, take the quarter meat out of its tub, and if it's not opened already, then you have to sit there for 2 minutes and fiddle with the stupid little plastic just to peel the thing up, just grab your quarter meat, slap it on the grill, and then inevitably for someone to accidentally drop it on their way across the kitchen because, everyone's freaking clumsy, so definitely a solid B tier.
Yeah, it was bad. And the McRib, obviously F tier.
No, you do not get to walk into my house.
The McRib is a fucking F tier. You put that in F tier right now. And the McRib is horrible. The McRib is toxic, horrible. I always had to make the McRib sauce. It was ferocious. And I would rather jump in the fucking lakes of Chernobyl instead of making the goddamn McRib sauce, making the horrendous McRib patties. That the entirety of that sandwich is horrible. It's disgusting. It's the worst creation of mankind, right? God should send down Armageddon right now, right? Eliminate the world. World War III should happen. Stalin should have succeeded in his plan, all right? McRib was horrible.
McRib was S tier, and I will take no exceptions.
F tier.
Okay, look, I'll admit they're annoying to make, but you get that delicious barbecue sauce on that rib patty with some pickles and those awesome sub buns. Just kissing the nectar of the gods. This is just delicious. It's great. All right. I think we can agree to disagree, and to satisfy you, I'll put it in B tier.
No, put it in C tier. There's nothing in C. Right in the median.
Yeah, but that's just too low for me, Tim. You're lucky enough I put it in B.
Listen here! This is my channel!
There's something in C tier. I hope you're happy with yourself.
You can go fuck yourself. That's what you can specifically do.
Alright,
Yeah, good. Looks good. I'm satisfied. All right. What's the next topic on the agenda?
I don't really know. Do we want to do drinks? There has to be a drink tier list.
No. Oh, you know what we got to do? To see if I can come with you and the boys.
Well, that's another topic that needs to be discussed off of stream.
Well, yeah, but it's also about that time. We've been recording for 50 minutes, and I think that is pretty good. We didn't have a lot of topics for this week, but I mean,
now both the last couple weeks have been.
Yeah, but next week expect more topics. Expect a longer video. I was gonna talk about music, but rather not yet.
We got things in the works. We got the Mickey D's diss track.
Everybody knows I'm coming out with an album. They know it's gonna be called Pretty Dark, but I wanted to get into some of the details. But I think I'm gonna wait till after the album releases and go through everything. But no, I think this is a good way to wrap it up. Don't you think, Caleb?
Yeah, I think after screaming at each other over the McRib, we can all move on with our lives.
Yeah, we definitely have to clip that and make it short. But
yes, because it's just us screaming at each other over our mics.
But no. Thank you so much for everybody that has watched today's podcast episode. If you liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, also leave a comment. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you can always stay alerted to when I decide to upload, with my horrible upload schedule, So you'll get like 2 videos within 3 hours, and then next thing, 2 weeks, there'll be a 10-hour video for absolutely no reason. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like I said, like, subscribe, and listen, members, right? It's only $2.99 a month. It's as low as $2.99 a month. Join it.
Don't give him your money. It's a scam.
Okay, Caleb, you are my partner in this shit. You are the co-host. You're supposed to persuade these people.
You still have to pay me my monthly fee.